In this video, I'm going to go over the AssetManage Enterprise field structure, the database schema, and how to change it. And this video is mainly directed to people who are upgrading from a previous version of AssetManage Enterprise, or perhaps if you're interested in the field structure. So to get started, I'm going to run the Microsoft, under Microsoft SQL Server Tools 18. I believe there's a later version, Tools 19 or maybe even 20. And so I downloaded this. It's a free download, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. I'm connecting to the example database we use to test the program on this computer. And so you've got a databases section. I expand that. This is the AssetManage database that was created to work with AssetManage Enterprise. And so if I expand this, I see tables. Now under DBO assets, expand columns. Now when we upgrade the program, a lot of times we'll upgrade, well, pretty much every time we'll upgrade by adding a couple fields to the end of the table. We don't change anything within the table itself. So if you go to the end of this table, you'll see these fields here. Now for the 2022 version, we added UD date 3, ASIN, which is Amazon lookup number, and author, and then you have asking price, assigned to vehicle. So depending on what version of AssetManage Enterprise you had before, you may need to add these fields so it looks like this. And so you just do the same for the other fields. You compare it to what you have. So under attachments, that's upsize TS is created by the SQL Server, I believe. So you've got these fields here. Just pause the video if you need to look at them in more depth. Categories, ends at UD25, company info, status strings is the last one. I'm going to print out or create a, you can export the database schema, and I'm going to create a schema, and I will link to it in the description section of this video so you can look at it. DBO customers. DBO dealers. Like I said before, this upsize TS is created internally by SQL Server. It's not something you're going to add manually. So you're basically just going through the tables and comparing it to what the database needs to be for AssetManage Enterprise 2022 to run properly. And some of these tables have not changed in years. Some of them changed recently. Mainly the assets table has been changed in the last year or so. So I'm just going through these tables. Like I said, you can pause if you need to look in further depth. Item pictures is not used. Locations, the last one is location barcode. We added that a few years ago. We got manufacturers. Notebook items. We added parent item type, I believe a year or two ago, which is an integer. Rooms. And so let's say, for example, you have AssetManage Enterprise, I don't know, 20. We have customers with AssetManage Enterprise 2007. And so in that case, they're probably going to have to add columns to the end of 4 or 5 of these tables here. We did not did not rename or make changes to previous fields. So it's basically a task of adding new fields of the proper type to the end of the tables to make it compatible with AssetManage Enterprise 2022. And once you've done that, you should be able to run AssetManage Enterprise 2022 without any errors. If you get some sort of data type mismatch or I can't remember the name, something to do with parameters. If you get an error like that, it means that the database is not compatible with the executable you're running. So if you're running AssetManage Enterprise 2022 and the database is not exactly like this, you're going to get those kind of errors. And like I said, I will link to documentation on exactly what the database schema has to be in the section below. I believe it's called the description section of this video. Thank you for watching. Take care.